Hello, keyboard friends. This is the video that I promised that I was going to make. I'm not going to edit this heavily at all. I'm going to take video as I move along doing this little project. Basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take this brand new, fresh out of the box Ducky 1-2 Mini with black switches, and I'm going to be taking it out of the stock case, and I'm going to be putting it into this KBDFans anodized blue case. And this is something that I've been researching for a while and finally figured out how to do, and told a couple people I'd make a video about it. Apparently I'm not the only one in the world interested in doing such a thing. So as you can see, this is a Ducky 1-2. Love this board. It's not backlit. It's 10 keyless. It's got black switches in it as well. This is a $100 board. Absolutely love it. Ducky 1-2 Mini. I'm sure you have heard of it, and I'm probably gonna guess you guys know all about it already. So I'm not gonna get too much into the features of the board. There's a million videos out there about that already. But what I think is going to be unique about this video, that hopefully you get something out of and that you like, is the fact that there is an aluminum case out there right now you can go buy and swap the board out of this plastic case into this aluminum case. Just a couple things about the Ducky Mini though. This is a great keyboard. The switches are sweet. It's a nice construction. If you can see under here, it's got a they painted it white, but that's a steel plate, so it's a very rigid board. But if I had both hands, I don't have a tripod, I'm holding my phone with my right hand here. But again, you can go see this on a bunch of different YouTube channels. These things are kind of flexible, they're kind of flimsy. I know that doesn't mean much when it spends most of its time sitting on your desk, but it all goes to the point that it's a great keyboard. It's just lacking in one area, and I think it's one area only, and that's the case. Hence this dude right here. So I'm gonna cut here real quick and come back after I get the keys taken out so I can get to these screws, so I can remove the board, and then we'll mount it in here. And I'll do a quick sound test too, just for reference. In this video, you can reference in this video, I don't know how much good it would do you to hear the typing sound of a Ducky 1-2 Mini in a different video, different microphone, different surroundings, just so you can have a comparison and a reference. So just a good and these are black switches. Right now they're not lubed. I am going to, actually this key is lubed. Hear that key? This key is not lubed. This one is. It sounds a little different, and it has a very slightly different feel too as well. So now when I say this is lubed, I did not take this apart and desolder the switch. I did it the way everyone says that you're not supposed to do it, just because I like to break the rules and find out things for myself. And right or wrong, I took this cap off and I depressed the switch, and if you can see in there, you can kind of see the slider groove right at the tip of where my fingernail is right here inside the plastic white, or the clear plastic casing. I put a drop of, not even a drop, just a tad bit, like half a drop of super lube. You got to be real careful to get it in the right slot. I put one on the right, and then I put another dab on the left. And I'm sorry I didn't desolder the switch or take the board apart. I put a drop in there and I worked it around, and it didn't make a mess. As you can see, it's not really, you can't even tell that I put anything in there. As long as you can get a little bit of lube in there, in that channel that the switch moves up and down in, hey, I'm not the keyboard veteran, but I'm not going to desolder this new board to lube these things. Black Cherry MX switches are perfectly fine in my opinion. They're only better if they're lubed. So I tried that switch, I put a little lube in there. So far, I did it about 10 minutes ago. It feels great. I can immediately tell the difference, and it also sounds better too. It sounds less scratchy and less rubby. Obviously, that's the benefit of lubing. So anyway, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna take this apart and get the next phase of the video, and then we're gonna put it in this case. Okay, talk to you later. All right, we got this to this point where we're ready to take it out. I got all the caps off, and just wanted to make note what actually holds the board and the case together are 6 screws. They're a little 2mm, actually they're not 2mm, a little bit bigger. Here's the screws right here. I can't really tell what these are. Maybe 2.5mm machine screws. The aluminum case comes with 2mm machine screws, and this is the KBDFans anodized, or the KBD 60% anode case. It has a provision for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screw holes to hold this into the case. I'm doing this one-handed here. And then the board just comes right out. Beautifully assembled. It's got some really nice craftsmanship here. Everything's soldered beautifully to this board. It's put together really nice. These Ducky boards are great. It's a white painted steel plate, which is good for the RGB. It reflects off of this white plate really nicely. And hey, look, there's a hair in there from one of the people that built this board. Isn't that nice? Because I don't have black hair, and that is a black hair that was under this thing. So whoever worked on it left me a gift. Anyway, so that's how you get the thing apart. And since I'm recording, I might as well go ahead and set this over here. Now what I did was I cut this insulator layer, we'll call it. This is the packaging material that this case was actually wrapped in. I see one of the things people doing out there is using various types of different materials to help with dampening sound, and I'm sure someone has already thought of doing this, and someone has already actually done it. To use this type of plastic material, some guys use felt. Excuse me. Some guys use felt. Other people use that styrofoam type material, or foam rubber type material that you lay like on the bottom of the drawer of your toolbox, stuff like that. But this is fine. I think it's not going to get super hot, so the integrity of this isn't that much of an issue. It's non-conductive, so it shouldn't be a problem for electronics. So just to give you the quick lowdown here, this board fits right in there perfectly. And give you a look on the other side here. You have access to the switch panel, which is nice. And as you can see, well, you can't see very well, but trust me, the screw holes line up perfectly with the mounting screw holes in the case. So you can see these two are going to line up right here, right? And down here as well, these bad boys are going to line up. So my son, my 12-year-old, my oldest boy, he's got a Ducky 1-2 Mini as well. We already took his apart and kind of roughly mounted it in here, so I knew it was going to fit. This is my Ducky 1-2 that I just got in the mail actually today. He has brown switches. I like black. I prefer black. So once you go black, you never go back. So yeah. I'm going to get this screwed together. I'm going to get these switches lubed first and then get this screwed together, and we can do a sound test. But the other major thing about this is I couldn't find anybody else on YouTube that's done a video transplanting a Ducky 1-2 Mini board into an aluminum case. I think that's the main thing about this. Just to let you guys know, there is a case out there, and an aluminum case that the Ducky 1-2 Mini will bolt into. So let me go to KBDFans real quick. I'll show you right where it is. If you go to shop and then you go to cases, go to 60%, and you want this bad boy right here, mechanical keyboard, Anode Aluminum 60. It says the price starts out at $10 or something, but whatever. So the tray itself is $73, and you can put in the weight or take the weight away. I put the weight in, and they have different colors. I think I might regret not of getting the purple one, because I'm putting a purple key set in this thing. But anyway, I also love blue, so I won't be dissatisfied. But this is the dude right here, mechanical keyboard, anode aluminum case, 60%, 73 bucks. And I opted for the $15 expedited shipping, and I got it, I think I got it in a week or less, which blew me away. I honestly didn't expect to get it that quick. But this is the one right here. I'll put this link in the video. And so hopefully I've helped somebody out there out. Somebody like me who was trying to confirm if you could put a Ducky 1-2 Mini in an aluminum case. Yes, you can. This is the one. With the insane popularity of the Ducky 1-2 Mini these days, I wouldn't be surprised if once people find this little secret out, that these cases get sold out real quickly. And I also wouldn't be surprised if somebody in the States comes up with a solution as well. If somebody tools up for one of these and tries to compete on price and styling and everything, I have a hard time believing that the Ducky 1-2 Mini sales are going to slow down anytime soon. Forget about Tfue, forget about gamers. This is an outstanding keyboard by itself. You already know it's a good quality construction, well-performing keyboard with, if you're not into RGB, whatever, you can turn it off. But it's got a great RGB program on it as well. So it's just an outstanding 60% keyboard with great switch options. Again, I love these Black Cherry MXs. So if these swappable cases, we'll call it, aluminum cases, grow in popularity really quick, I wouldn't be surprised. So anyway, I'll cut this video again right here and come back in a few to show you what it looks like fully assembled, and do a quick sound test. Be right back. Okay, results time. I got everything together. One issue to mention is that I think by mistake, the guys at KBDFans, they only sent 3 screws to screw your board into the case, and the Ducky 1-2 Mini has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws. You can't use the screws from the original case, they're too big. These are 2mm. I don't know how tall they are, but they're 2mm thread. These are too coarse and too big, so you cannot use these. So I wanted to get that out of the way. Now, before I give you the sound test, obviously you can see that this Ducky 1-2 Mini is mounted in this KBDFans anode aluminum case, 60% case, that you can get on their website for like 72 bucks with the weight. Here's the weight, just to show you. Now, I paid the extra 15 bucks for shipping, $88. This beautiful aluminum, very robust, thick, heavy, strong, rigid case was to my house, I think, in less than a week. And so what you get here with your Ducky 1-2 Mini after you put it into this case is a much more rigid platform. It changes the sound and the feel of the keyboard quite a bit. Now, on top of that, I committed a mechanical keyboard community sin, and I lubed these switches without taking them apart. Flame me all you want, I don't care. I did it, so what? And I'm not regretting it, because it smoothed them out quite a bit where I could tell a difference, and I'm happy with it so far. And it changed the sound a little bit as well. Now, on top of the lube and the aluminum case, as I showed you earlier, I put the some of the packing material, I laid that down as an insulation layer underneath the board, between the case and the board, and the results in the sound and the feel of this board, I mean, it's the same keyboard, same keys, same switches, but this thing feels like a million times better than it already did. And it felt pretty awesome out of the box. Well, now it's like, I've never typed on a $500 custom built mechanical keyboard, but I would imagine it's really close to this. I'm blown away and very happy and excited about what this turned out like. So check this out, listen to this. You can just almost hear how buttery smooth this thing turned out. I am so happy with this. $100 for the Ducky 1-2 Mini, $88 for the case, and a little tube of this guy, Super Lube, and some of the foam packing material that came in the box with this, and you get yourself a pretty sweet, almost custom keyboard with awesome RGB support and just a great all-around keyboard. So I hope this helps you guys out. I couldn't find anybody else that had made a video or any detailed posts about putting an aluminum case together with a Ducky 1-2 Mini. So this KBDFans Anode 60% is a perfect fit. It works, and it is a serious upgrade and improvement to an already awesome keyboard. So I hope this helps you out. I hope you liked the video. You don't have to subscribe or anything like that. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just a mechanical keyboard enthusiast, and I'm by no means a gamer. I don't think I've ever ventured out anything past Counter-Strike. I still play Counter-Strike Source. So I do like peripherals, though. I dig computer mice, and I had this paracorded, and I love the Zowie mouse. I like the equipment. I like the gear. I like the peripherals just as much as playing a video game. I dig keyboards, so hopefully you like it. Don't go buying these things out of stock, because I'm going to build another one. I want to do a purple one with purple keys, and I'm thinking about switching these blue keys over to this blue case because I think it will look sick. So, all right, man. Peace out.